Okay, now let us come to this reaction, Fitig reaction. Example of Fitig reaction is like this. So, the sodium dry ether, of course 2 moles will be involved. Then so this plus NaCl. So this reaction is called Fitig reaction, where the two parts that are joining both are aryl. Then it is called Fitig reaction. If two parts are both alkyl, then it is Wurtz reaction. If one part is alkyl, another part is aryl, Wurtz-Fitig reaction. If both the parts are aryl, then Fitig reaction. Now, one reaction, let me point it out here, very close to this, is Ullmann reaction. Ullmann reaction. The only for it to be a Ullmann reaction, the only thing is that here you have to take copper. If you take copper here, then it becomes Ullmann reaction. Okay. So this is a reaction of halo compound with metal, and so this is this all we have discussed about chemical property of halo compounds. So first we have discussed about nucleophilic substitution reaction. Second thing that we have discussed about was elimination reaction, and third thing is a reaction with metal. Now let us consider this case that why aryl halides does not undergo nucleophilic substitution reaction readily. Suppose this is aryl halide. Aryl halide. If we treat with KOH aqueous, we actually don't get this product. We don't get this product. On the other hand, this reaction we have studied, it takes place very easily. So there are many reasons why this reaction doesn't take place. One reason is if we draw resonance, we'll see that this bond, carbon-halogen bond has a double bond character. So that's why this bond will be difficult to be broken. So let us quickly draw the resonance structure of this compound. This lone pair will come here. This electron will come over this one. So one structure. Another structure that we can get is this coming to this place. This one coming to this place. Next, what will happen is this lone pair coming to this place. And finally, this coming here. So, from all these structures, we are able to see that in haloarene, carbon-halogen bond has a double bond character, and if we want to draw the resonance hybrid, which is a combination of all these structures, it will be like this. So all these structures show that carbon halogen has a double bond character. That's why haloarene does not undergo nucleophilic substitution reaction. Now this bond, you can see, gets easily broken, but this bond does not get broken. So second reason is, you can say that it is sp2 hybridization. Second reason, sp2 hybridization. What is that? Here, in case of haloalkane, the carbon atom is sp3 hybridized, and here carbon atom in haloarene, carbon atom is sp2 hybridized. And sp2 hybridized carbon is more electronegative than sp3. Now for this bond to break, carbon atom has to be less electronegative. Then only this bond will break. Here carbon is sp3 hybridized, so this carbon atom is less electronegative. But in haloarene, this carbon atom is sp2 hybridized, so it is quite electronegative, and it does not allow the breaking of this bond. So this way also we can explain. Third reason we can give is this aromatic compound. This is an aromatic compound. Aromatic compounds are rich in electron, and here the nucleophile, which is supposed to attack, the nucleophile which is supposed to attack, it is also rich in electron. So rich in electron and another species rich in electron, there will be repulsion. There will be repulsion, and that's why reaction will not take place. And another reason we can give, fourth reason is that with this compound, phenyl cation, when this bond breaks, suppose this bond breaks, then phenyl cation C6H5 results. Okay, and phenyl cation is not at all stable. Phenyl cation is not at all stable. So this is also a reason we can say why haloarene does not undergo nucleophilic substitution reaction. Now children, one thing I will ask you to remember, which we will be making use of in subsequent class, is that you should remember that when we draw the resonance structure of haloarene, there is more electron density at the ortho position. There is more electron density at the para position. There is more electron density at the ortho position. This fact you should remember, because this will be required in our subsequent discussion. So this much for now today. Have a good day.